right, let's talk about the man, the myth, Bryan Mbeumo. What a card. I'm not going to lie to you. This card was incredible. 87 overall rating, 206,000 coins. I'm a Manchester United fan, so for me, I really enjoy this card. What I'm going to do for the player review is I'm going to go through each stat: pacing, shooting, passing, dribbling, defending, physical, including what makes him good or bad in that specific stat. That's how I'm going to do my player reviews going forward. So starting with his pace, he has 89 pace. What does that mean? He has 91 acceleration with 88 sprint speed. As well as that, he has the explosive acceleration type. Okay, when we look at this, you look at someone that's going to have good pace, right? But I actually believe his pace in game was a lot better than his card shows, and there's a few other variables. So when I look at pace, I also want to look at agility, which comes on dribbling. He has 92 agility, okay? So that's obviously going to make it nice and, you know, going to add to him, making him feel nice and agile. The other one is his height and his play styles. So he's 5'7", and he's also explosive. So when he gets the ball, boom, he just goes, and he really does feel rapid. I think his pace is accelerated by his height being fairly small in game, and also his agility. He just has that boom and the explosive. He's just able to go. And he also, if we go to his play styles now, which help him out, he has rapid play style and quick step. So he's really good on the first touch, and he's really good on the ball in general with quick step and rapid. So incredible, really good pace. I think his pace was like maybe the best attribute for me. Incredible pace. When we go to his shooting, what do we have to offer on his shooting? So his actual shooting itself is good. For 87, you expect those slower, more clinical strikers to have high 80 shootings, but the fact that he's got pace as well, it's really nice because he has great shooting, right? So normally some players have to compromise between pace and shooting. That's the main two you have to look at. But 87 shooting, it's solid. He's got 87 attack positioning, which is his AI positioning, 90 base finishing, really nice, 86 shot power, so he can line up those power shots as well, 80 long shot, which I'm not too fussed about because he's, for me, was like the striker getting in behind. So if that's his worst attribute out of shooting, I'm okay with that considering he was my striker. Then we have volleys 88 and penalties 88. So his worst attribute is his long shots. Besides that, really decent shooting. The one problem I did have is his weak foot being 3-star. It meant I was a little bit heavily reliant on the left foot. If you're a good player, you can make it work. I felt like if you're smarter with it, you could use trivelas at near post and you can finesse at far post. So even though you're limited to one foot, you're not necessarily limited to one shot type, which I thought was quite helpful. So I did that a lot with him. I would use his finesse far post and I would use his trivela close post. So now that we look at his play styles, they're going to really be useful as well. Starting with his shooting play styles, we have the power shot plus. Now I didn't really utilize this when I played with him. I wasn't someone that really utilizes the power shot. I tried it once and we got a goal. It was cool. I should use it more. He doesn't have finesse shot or low driven, but he does have the game changer. Now this is really important. Not many people I use have this. It's the trivela playstyle. Really good, really good. His base card actually has it gold. This special card doesn't, which is kind of interesting because I think I would prefer it. I think I would. So in terms of base playstyles, I would have loved this special card to have the game changer playstyle instead of the power shot, but you know, it's okay. It's just, that's just a little detail I found that would be really nice, is that this card actually has the power shot plus, which I don't really utilize too much because selfishly I wanted the game changer, but it's so nice having it because you're able to use trivelas and they are really good and they go in quite a lot, and that's just with the base playstyle. So I can't imagine what the plus feels like on even other cards. Then we go across to his passing. His passing is 81. Probably his weakest attribute in terms of the build-up play and the attack and stuff like that. His dribbling shot pace is so much superior. His passing is the worst out of all of them. But for a striker, I'm not really looking at him to do crazy through balls. For me, it was more about the quick 1-2 passes being a part of the attack. So we've got vision at 82, crossing at 86. Crossing's decent if you're going to use him on the wing, which is fair enough. Free kick accuracy at 74, which is quite low, which is fine because I'm not using him for free kicks. His short pass at 82. For me, as long as I have a short pass of, you know, plus 80, that's actually okay. I want to check something real quickly here. There was a player I used in the draft, and I'm curious what his passing was. That's very interesting. Okay, that's actually very interesting. So I used Fernando Torres in the draft today, and I noticed his passing felt really bad. And to be honest, I never really look at my striker's passing. I just don't care enough because I'm just like, you know, it'll be fine. He has 56 long pass, Torres, and in game he was missing so many passes. He was clinical, but he was missing a lot of passes, and I was kind of like, this is the first time a striker has missed a lot of passes. Like, I don't really look at the passing, and I looked, oh, he has 56 passing long passes, where with Mbeumo, his long pass is 71. 71. So if he needs to make those threaded through balls in, he can still do that with 70 plus passing. He then has 86 curve, which is also nice for the long shots, the finesse shots, stuff like that. And also those the trivellas. I don't know if trivellas are affected by curve actually, but yeah, still nice. Overall passing, I'll give his passing like an 8 or something, because I'm probably a 7 or an 8. It's not something I really looked at too much. Even playstyles, he has one passing playstyle, which is the inventive playstyle. This is like the trivellas for passes. So maybe like if you're, it says fancy and trivella passes are performed with improved accuracy. So this, again, I wasn't really utilizing it. So in terms of passing, he didn't really have any passing playstyles for me to use, but he wasn't really that type of player for me. He was more the clinical striker, so I was okay with that. So even though his passing is just average, yeah, not really the main attribute. Defending, I'm not really going to cover. There's nothing that stands out. He is a striker. There's nothing that we need to go about. There's no real stats for his defending, and also playstyles, he has no defending playstyles. Actually, he has one physical. Oh no, sorry, I'll get on that in a second. Yeah, no defending playstyles. Then we have his dribbling. Okay, let's go through his dribbling and his ball control playstyles. So 86 dribbling. His dribbling felt superb. Kind of like the pace, it felt a little bit higher than the card showed, if I'm being completely honest. He gave me a Messi feel from years ago with a smaller, agile player that has a nice left foot on him. The only difference was with Messi, I'm always going for that far shot finesse. It was perfect. With Mbeumo, I go for the trivellas more because, yeah, that play style. So I like to use it a bit more. I'm not saying he's as good as Messi's card, but he has a similar type of feel. In terms of dribbling, he has 92 agility, which is phenomenal. 87 balance, which is again nice because you're gonna just like sprint at people and do those quick short dribbles and change of pace, and he just feels really nice with it. I feel like the ball actually glides with him, and it doesn't feel like he's lost on the ball. It feels really, really good to dribble. 83 reactions, 86 ball control, 85 dribbling, and 85 composure. So yeah, it's not bad at all. It's good dribbling. Again, for 200,000 coins, he did a great job for me. In terms of the play styles, now we actually have some really nice play styles, especially when it comes to the ball control side. We have the rapid play style and we have the first touch. Now the first touch play style is actually really nice because what you can do is you can do like a through ball or an RBA, like a power pass, and he controls it really well. So especially with rapid and quick step, what I would do a lot of the time is like a quick ball into him, like an RBA, right? And because he has rapid, so what rapid does is you reach a higher sprint speed while dribbling and has reduced chance of an error when sprinting. Okay, so basically when you're dribbling, you're going to reduce higher sprint speed. That's what rapid does. With quick step, you accelerate faster during explosive sprint. So basically with quick step, he already has 91 acceleration, right? But as soon as you press the run button, boom, he's basically full speed with quick step. And with rapid, his sprint speed feels higher. So he basically has both play styles that accelerates his pace essentially, and it feels really, really good. It feels really good. So if you, with the first touch, you do an RB and A into him, I do a little turn and then boom, I'm off. And it just feels like the defenders, they find it really hard to keep up with that change of pace. And I thought it was a great job that he did when I was using him in the attacking areas. So yeah, then we go to his physicality. Not bad physicality. Again, I think his strength was actually better than the game suggested. I was doing a lot of shielding with him and it didn't feel like the defenders were just bullying him. Even though he's quite small and stuff, again, he felt like he had a bit of strength to him. So that's really nice. He has 73 strength in game, but it felt a little bit higher. Stamina 87, didn't really notice any stamina issues. Jumping 83, didn't utilize it. And aggression, I don't really know what that does for an attacker. Overall, I love the card. I love the card. I can't give it less than a 10. I mean, there's a United bias in there, but even without the United bias, I think it's a great card. But as a United fan, it was even more satisfying. I love the card. It was so fun. Like, he was just so fun to use. Some of the highlights actually go against me because I'm just trying to like do solo dribbles with him because it was just that fun. Great card though. Really, really good card for 200k. Let me see who else is around 200k to see who he kind of compares to real quick. Let me have a look. So if I go to, well, let's go to like 150k and then 200. Let's go to 210k. And I'm going to look at striker. I didn't use him as a right winger. But when I look at striker and right winger, between 150 to 210k, okay? Where's Mbeumo? He's 211k. Sorry, let me check. So the biggest competition for him, in terms of, if I look at these options right now, Mbeumo is really nice at 185k. That's someone similar. I haven't used him as a striker this game. I've used him in the draft. He feels decent. Besides that, I'm being honest, there's no one that stands out. There is no one at that price for a striker that stands out to me. You have players like Diaz, who feels nice on the left. Luis Diaz's card, he looks pretty good at exactly the same coins. But for a striker, I'll be honest with you, I think Mbeumo's that guy. I really do believe it. There's some cards I haven't used here as well, but for the most part, there's a couple of heroes. You got Fallen, you got Icon Closer, you got a couple of cards, but I feel like as a striker, like there's not many cards that I think is better than this Mbeumo card for the price. And I'm looking at all the way up to 220k. There's really not a lot of cards I look at and I say, yeah, they might be better. They might be better. Once you go to the 300k, sure, we can get a few more options there. We have the normal Salah, the gold Salah. We've got a couple of other cards. You know, you can then decide if you like these cards more, etc. But for the most part, I do think that he is a very, very good card. I want to check one more card, Wilson. How much is Wilson nowadays? She's gone down a lot. Okay, 130k. I would say that like Wilson, in terms of saving some coins, could be a little bit, I don't know if I would think Wilson is better, Sophia Wilson. The one thing I will say is Wilson's a bit sweatier because she has 5-star weak foot. A little bit more pace. I actually really like Wilson's card as well. Wilson low-key for 130k is still a sleeper. I would probably go for Wilson if I was saving some coins, just because I think she's really, really good. I didn't realize how cheap she was. Only 100k. That's insane, by the way. She's incredible. But yeah, Mbeumo for 200k, great card, really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and we're going to be doing a Crouchy review very shortly because he is also an absolute demon. So I'll catch you guys for another video probably tomorrow. Peace.